Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I have this MD one day one page notebook and I'm going to set it up today, and I'm also going to do a paper test. It's actually a planner for 2025 and I don't like that the numbers are not centered, and I thought it would be like due to me using it and it expanding, but it's not. But anyways, I've actually been using this since July, but I have not actually gotten a chance to properly set it up. So no, this is not for 2026, but it might give you another option to consider for your 2026 planners. On the cover page, we have this square box that you can kind of decorate with whatever you want. And then it says MD Notebook, Made in Japan, Midori. The first page is actually really cute because it says Story of 2025. And then what's really cute is at the end of it, it says To Be Continued 2026. So it has this little like very cute book library theme kind of thing. It is this faux leather creamy white. It's definitely a cream. What I don't like is you might be able to see indentations, and that happens whenever I clip a pen on there and leave it overnight. Sometimes it somehow causes an indentation. It's a very simple design. We have MD paper on here. It's made by Midori, and it comes with these tabs to mark the months, but I'm not going to use those, I don't think. Back to the front, we get 2025 and 2026 at a glance. I never really use these though. And then we start in December and we have the monthlies. They start with Monday and end with Sunday. So because I only started this in the second half of this year, my monthlies are actually empty up until July. And then I decorated on July, but that was pretty much it. I didn't really do August or September. And guess what? It is now the first day of October. So what I've been doing in this section is writing birthdays, appointments, and chores that I've done. I still haven't found a full routine for cleaning that I would like, so I've kind of been doing it pretty sporadically. And in order to keep track of that, I've just been writing it in the monthly view to see like when's the last time I did it. But right now we have Pen Club coming up and a Peloton Hub, and I've also started writing my expected packages because I've been doing a lot of pre-orders and then kind of forgetting about them, which is kind of dangerous for me. So I think I will go in and update these later. For these sections, I actually like to go in with a fine gel pen because I like the look to be consistent. I'm always using fountain pens with different colors, but I want a black gel pen for the monthlies to make it look less chaotic. After the monthlies, which they only go to January, by the way, you get your full set of just dailies. And I can't really show these because there's a lot of emotion, but you can see how the color changes and the ephemera and washi and things like that I put in there. I originally wanted to do junk journaling, so there is a page in here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I wanted to do a cover page for each month. I gave up after August because clearly this is not good. There's actually 360, I think there's 366, but I'm not fully sure how many pages you actually get, but you do get one page for each day of the year, so you get at least 365. Since I started it mid-year, I figured I can use 2 pages for the one day. The reason why I downgraded from an A5 to an A6, this one is an A6, is because I was feeling overwhelmed with my A5 because I would find at the end of the night I would be way too tired to journal, but I still wanted to get like a small snippet of the day, and the A5 big page was a little bit intimidating. For the first few days, I kind of enjoyed it, but now, I don't know. It kind of like messes with my hand, like the writing space is not enough. And of course, I've talked about this a few times now, but I've hurt my wrist and it makes it even worse for the writing space and kind of cramping my hand up to try to write. So I don't think I'm going to continue in 2026 with this planner, but I will try my best to fill it out for the rest of 2025. But anyways, you get all these blank pages, and this is all you get. There's brackets in the top, and then there's, I believe, 12 ticker marks for you to do your little tabs. But we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's from 1 to 7, and then 8 through 24 to go with the hours of the day. You actually get a line. I've never really used this for its intended scheduling purpose. I just kind of ignore all of this and then just do long form journaling. Well, not really long form if it's such a small notebook. But I will try to post receipts from the day or labels that I've found on things, and then stickers. Sometimes I'll just put a washi across the top, and then I'll write the day in and then fill out one page, and if I have more to say, then I'll fill out the second page. But I always try to be respectful of my 2-page per day rule, because otherwise, I got one of these, I think in 2023 maybe, and I used it all up by April because I was just writing however long I wanted to, and then it got really, really chunky. I don't think I have it with me, or else I would show you guys. It's already starting to chunk up now, and that's only with July through September. I did put the Hobonichi card. What are these called? It's blanking on me, but they're like the pencil board. It comes with the hone, and it's clear, and I realize it's A6, so might as well put it in there. I don't really use the pen loop or anything. I have been using this small piece of blotter paper from Esterbrook and the Coffee Masters Co. However, it doesn't cover up the full page, so I don't really like that. I might cut a new one for the new year. But let me show you what I was trying to do. I think it was this page. Yeah, so on July 7th, I got a package from Atlas Stationers. I put in like my receipt and things like that. I made it all pretty, but this is probably the prettiest page, and it's kind of ugly too. It's probably the nicest, more looking aesthetic page in this notebook now, because it's all just kind of random thoughts that I need to get out of my head. So anyway, I think that's all you really need to know. The paper is not the same, in my opinion, as Midori paper. It is also not the same as Traveler's Company notebook paper. I don't know how to describe it. It is fountain pen friendly. However, something I've been noticing, which is so weird to me, is that most of my steel nibs don't write very well on here, and I don't know why. And it's almost like it doesn't want to penetrate the paper, or maybe it's not enough give in the pages. It's kind of like it floats off and then doesn't want to actually lay ink down. It does, but not to the extent that I want it to, that I'm used to on other papers. And then the gold nibs, they've pretty much been fine. However, I tried my Pelican nib earlier, and somehow it's not doing it for me. I would give you an example, but I don't know how. But what we can do is set it up and also do a pen test. But it is a very calming cream paper, and I do recommend it, but I think I would get it in the A5 size, maybe. Right now, I'm okay with not continuing with it because I have a different notebook that I've established for 2026 as my planner. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's not terrible. It's the only things that have been aggravating are my wrists and the writing space, but that's, if you're into A6, you'll probably like it. I don't like that when you're close to the end or the beginning, it makes it awkward to write. And if you put too much ephemera in, it does get way too bulky. But I do like that it's very calming and you get a lot of free space. So let me just do a pen test here. I started putting all of my pens that I would like to test a notebook with in this notebook therapy pen pouch. And it's kind of cool because you can pull things down and it kind of exposes your pens and you can sit it there on your desk. I do like it that I can use my date stamp in here sometimes, although realistically I haven't been doing that. Oh, hoo-hoo, poopy, a 103, Crayola, Super Tips, Tombow, Dual Brush Pen, Zebra, mild liner. I know people said that their mild liners were bleeding through on the Hobonichi paper last year, which I think is crazy. Got a Bic. No, it's a Paper Mate. Where is the Bic? This is Bic. Oh my gosh, it's so pink. Like all of this is so pink. We have our Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. Got our Karen. Ooh, that's nice. I really like these. Y'all should try these out. Karen brush marker pro. If you get a chance, those are so nice. What's this one? Pentel sign. Do you guys think the pink pen test helps, or should I switch to a different color? Let me know in the comments below, because I will switch if you guys think it's not very good. It's just easier for me, but I can just gather supplies in another color, which I'm pretty sure I have. This is a metallic pen. There's no brand to it. And we have our lip pen. I think I should go back to some more markers, just so we get done with the markers on this side. Oof, why did I do that? Well, it's okay. We'll see if it bleeds through. Posca. We can't use these anymore because it dried out. The acrylographs from Archer and Olive. Deco Color. This is an oily pen. It used to bleed through everything. O-O-L-Y, but it is drying out. Sakura Pigma B. It's a brush pen. And along that vein, we can do the Sakura Pigma Micron in a 05 size. We've got the Hobonichi Jetstream, Uni Jetstream pen from 2025. Why are my eyes burning? I think the Deco Color might be causing a little bit of a reaction. Let me go clean my eye. Here is a ballpoint pen. The ballpoint just doesn't work that well. Or maybe I'm just so used to the other nicer flowing pens now. Pentel Energel. That's pretty good. The Zebra Sarasa. This one's the Dry X20 in a 0.7. The Energel was also 0.7. And then we have a Pilot G2 in a 10. Finally, we have a pencil. That's not bad, actually. There's enough like resistance on the page texture to get you to actually use a pencil. Interesting. We're just gonna grab some of the nearby fountain pens and do that. This is an Esterbrook SD with a medium nib. It has Colorverse Giant Sunspot. So for the Esterbrook nibs, it's okay. For some of the other steel nibs, it didn't like it. I don't know if I have those. Let's do the Lamy Safari. Lamy Safari with a medium. This is Pilot Kirisame. Did it like the Sailors? This is also a gold nib. Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Also a medium nib with Roaring Cligna Alt Gold. Grun. I'm not gonna write all of that. I might have to grab my other pen case. Here's a Lamy 14 karat nib with a broad Tachia Benasuchi. Trying to think what pen it was. Oh, ew. Ugh, the Posca did not dry yet. Yikes. I can't remember what it was now, but I remember distinctly being like, this is a problem. Or maybe it was the angle that I write on when I'm in bed. This book doesn't like when you write at a different angle besides straight on a desk, I think. Here's a Pilot E95S, but with a medium. Stipula Black, but it's running out. Let me grab my other pen case. I think I remember what it was now. It was a Benu Talisman. It didn't have a good reaction to this. Yeah, Pelican Twist. I mean, it looks smooth from this angle, but it's actually way more smoother on other papers. But it was the Benu Talisman that I had inked up with Dominant Industry Sunset, which I think is a drier ink, but it did not like writing on this paper, which is kind of a bummer. I actually noticed my Pelican 600 with a broad nib actually doesn't like to write on this paper either, which is very frustrating because it wrote beautifully on my RStudio and my Good Impressions notebook. So Maja Onkai Mini Fine Nib. Yeah, it's not terrible at all, but you might just find the writing experience a little bit different for some of your less Smushy Nibs, I want to say. This is a TWSBI Eco, and that one has a mixed ink. Yeah, it's just a little more feedback than some smoother papers. I think it's because it kind of just doesn't want to penetrate very well. Oh, here's the result of the pen test. Pretty good, some mild ghosting. The only thing that bled through was this oily marker. And then on this side, we're gonna drop this in here to absorb the Posca. But yeah, just ghosting. Nothing bad at all. It's not as bad in person as it's showing up on camera. The ghosting actually looks more intense on the camera, I think. But it's not as noticeable in person. Or maybe it just doesn't bother me. I don't know. Let's test the ultimate ink that I always use, the Jacques Herbin Emerald de Chevoir. And then we'll call it a night. Well, no, I guess we'll have to, we still need to decorate. Wanted to do that. Might do that off screen, I don't know. The thing is, I've been putting it off and really should just do it now because I deserve a nicely decorated notebook, right? Right, okay. Jacques Herbin Emerald de Chevoir. So there's no feathering, no bleed through. That's one thing I did like. It's pretty comparable to Tomoe River's strength of not bleeding through. I mean, original Tomoe River, it would ghost pretty bad, but I don't remember it bleeding through that much. So you can like lay your ink on and then we will see in a little bit. I don't usually do this, but I think I'm gonna put the blotting paper down so that we can go and decorate the rest of the notebook like I wanted to. At the beginning of this, I'm gonna lay down this really cute sticker I got from Sapling and Sons. Chances are I'm pissed. I've been fighting, I think, what is allergies, but I'm not fully sure. So I've been aggressively deep cleaning the house and I could be allergic to the cats. We don't know yet. So this sticker felt very fitting when I picked it out at the store. Trying to get the backing off. Come on. So I figured I might as well put it front and center. I don't normally use my die cut stickers, so I'm pretty proud of myself for trying. Can I peel it off? I wanted to use this washi. I hope I can. Let's do it real quick. There we go. I'm gonna use this washi card from the Coffee Monsters Co. to cut the straight edge. Wow, I'm surprised you can peel this off, but I think you should only really do it once. And I guess it's alright if it's not perfect. There we go. Measure it up. Awesome. That's a lot better. MD notebook made in Japan. Do we want to keep that? It'd be cute to put a little sticker in there. Let me see if I have any stickers from Sticky Club that might work. This would be cute. Oh no, this is cuter. Because we were going with the library theme. I think I'll use this sheet. Oh, wow, these are really cute. What do I want to use? Let's not overthink it. This one's cute. Is it gonna fit? I think it fits. That's adorable. Look at that. MD notebook made in Japan. And then we have our little bookshelf. Midori. It's a little off center, but I'm not gonna, am I gonna do it? No, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll make it worse. Oh my gosh. Move on. Okay, let's move on. Story of 2025. This one would be so cute. There we go. And then since, oh my gosh, this one, to be continued. I love it. It's minimal. This is a sticker sheet from Sticky Club. It is created by Kamehame. Very, very, very cute and aesthetic. So 2025, 2026. I picked out some hoo-hoo markers to kind of match this one. So I think this one might match the best, or this one. And then I just wanted to use, oh wait, no, there's this one too. Oof, none of them match. Maybe this one. We'll go with that. And then we can just, 2025, find a different one for 2026. 2026? Well, now that's too long. Good enough. Does it bleed through? Oh, shoot. If you do a double pass with the Ohuhu markers, the ghosting is pretty heavy and it almost bleeds through a little. Darn, what do I do now? I think I'll just leave it because I never look at this page anyways. But I guess I could put like a flower on each side. Can me cover it up with this. That kind of looks nice, but it throws it off. Okay, this is what we're doing. It's so lopsided. I don't think I have like a, maybe we'll just put more. Okay, it's a little better. I'm also trying to rush because I kind of want to get dinner started. So it's not a good combination for me, but I know if I don't decorate this now, I will just put it off. I mean, it's literally October. Okay, let's just do this one for 2025, and then we'll do book club for 2026. Then across the bottom, I think I might use this washi. You can still see them through this washi. It looks like I highlighted it. Next, let's go to October. We're gonna use brown and orange. And then I'm just gonna circle it, color it in. I guess I don't want to do it too harsh because it'll start bleeding through. The Ahuhu markers are really nice, but it is hard to find a paper that they don't go pretty heavy on and bleed through. Oh wait, I was supposed to use the brown. Maybe I'll just do it for important days like 31st Helicon Hub Pen Club. It's a little dark, but it's okay. We've already committed. So, all right, let's see how the ink is doing. Did the Posca bleed through? It did not. See, the Ohuhu didn't bleed through, but I guess it was only one pass, and it was also a lighter ink. So I might have to switch. All right, this is looking pretty good. We've got our red sheen and our gold shimmer. Very nice. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Okay, I need to put this back down because I don't want it to transfer. So it's not bad for any of the fountain pens that I used. And then it surprisingly only have a little bit of where I think I must have put a lot more pressure on the pen and it kind of scratched a page and bled through. But I would say that's pretty good for an ink swatch, especially for the other pens. I have not decided what I would want back here. If anything, I should use my 2025 stickers. I made these stickers for my Etsy shop. I need to make some for 26. Is that too small? I can kind of do that. It's like 2025 and 2026. Why not? I do want to cover this up. We'll use some other washi. Perfect. This is a miscut, or it's just not a very clean sticker, and I don't sell those unless they're pretty clean. I think I screwed up. It was a little lopsided. This is what I get for rushing. Be nice to put a quote here. We have this too. We also have these like vintage stickers that I make from my shop. They're good for layering. Let's pick some of these. Do not underestimate your worth. Be kind to yourself. It's going to be okay. You're worth it. Let's just very quickly put some down. Put one of these. And since this is the end of the sheet, I might as well put one here. And then it's going to be the end of the year, so I'm going to say reset. Good things take time, and trust yourself. So number one is we're going to want to rest and reset, and then we're going to remind ourselves that good things take time, and then we're going to follow that up with trust yourself. And then let's put in this candle for light and this fountain pen for potential. That's cute, isn't it? I had a sticker in the shop that is brown and green and orange, so I'll probably fit this aesthetic more. If I have any more, I might go and stick one over the top of that or peel this one off, or I might just leave it. I mean, good things take time and you need to trust yourself, so I like it. I think this needs to go lower. No, we'll just put something between it too. Let's put this pencil. That's cute. All right, well, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are going to use this journal planner for next year, let me know. If you are impressed by the fountain pen capability like I am, also let me know. And if you're into A6, I do think you would enjoy this for journaling and things like that. I'm excited to share more with you on what I'm actually going to be using for 2026. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye!